Hey everybody! You caught me mid-yawn, even though I hit the button to turn on the stream. Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Darkest Dungeon. We could delay fighting the hag, but eventually we're gonna have to fight them, so we might as well just get down to it. This is our squad. Man, I really want that Plague Doctor trinket. You gotta get it, man. Lovely Momo. Feeling okay. We do need to give you Iron Swan. Functional. Then, I just want to make sure I'm not messing up here. Tomo Buddy. Not gonna give you a lunge. Yeah, not gonna give you a lunge. Gonna give you Pick to the Face instead, which makes you very functional in that position. And Shadow Fade is a nice stun, I guess, but if it moves you back, then it's not gonna work too well, is it? What can you do in the third spot? Oh, you can still do Pick to the Face, but what can Dan do in the second spot? Just Blind Fire. Yeah, the bandage is proper here. At least we have, like, we kind of have two form of healers, so I'm pro that. Rob's got the right strat here. He's never gonna use Hands from the Abyss. Are your skills leveled up? Yeah, they're vulnerability hex isn't, but everything else is. It's not like you're going to end up using vulnerability hex very often anyway. Okay, I think this is functional. I just want to think about this Tomo ability. We definitely want Pick to the Face. We want Poison Darts because they're so good against enemies that are not the Wizened Hag. Enemies that don't have huge blight resist. Yeah, we already have an ability that works fine there. The only problem is we can't use Shadow Fade without it moving us. So we should probably use Shadow Fade as a stun to end combat and give us like one extra heal so that we can spend a turn moving up to the front. That's fine. Let's get trinkets going on here. We're fighting the Wizened Hag, in case that hasn't been made clear abundantly so far. We'll just go for occultist only stuff to start with. I mean, are we fighting anything Eldritch? Probably not. So, yeah, sure. Better accuracy on range skills, which is like all of them. Oh, you know what? No. Heal skills. Plus 30% heal skills. And then... Sure. Plus 8 speed minus 1... Or plus 8 dodge minus 1 speed. I wouldn't say he's unhittable. He's going to be tough to hit. Tougher to hit than most units. As an Arbalist, you actually don't really gain anything out of Wrathful Bandana. Is there any reason I don't just throw you in the fourth spot? Use it. Use. Okay, yeah, we can put Rob in the middle and put Dan in the fourth spot. That's completely functional. If we're putting him in the fourth spot, then we can give him the Arbalist Wrathful Bandana for extra damage. And more HP, more dodge, less accuracy. Probably we put that on Tomo Buddy here, because he doesn't have a lot of HP, so having more HP and more ability to dodge is meaningful for sure. And then we do have some Grave Robber abilities. Plus 12 dodge, plus 10 accuracy for range skills. Yeah, that's a really good one. He's a nymphomaniac, but he's just a little tuckered out. That's just life. You know what? Dan, you take that. Then we have our Hellion up at the front. What does the Hellion want? The Hellion wants, sure. Extra bleed skill chance. And then... Solar Crown? Or, yeah, there we go. Plus 25% damage if in position 1. I think it's okay. Or, wait, let's stack up bleed skill chance. Yeah, okay, I can live with that. Provisions. We're going down into the Weald. There's not much to think about for the Wizened Hag fight except doing as much damage as possible at the back. So we'll take 4 of these, 4 shovels, 2 stacks of food because I really don't want to go into that fight with high stress. So yeah, we'll actually take 24 food. Just get some anti-bleed. We need 16 torches. And we might as well take like 2 keys, I guess. We may need them. Sure. Spending a lot of money. Kind of important, though.
Naturalism and its role in various arcane practices impressed me greatly. My licentious impulse gave way to a genuine professional respect, and together we began to plant, harvest, and brew.
All right, so we did very poorly on this last time.
There is method in the
I think
wild
it's got to be
corruption
over
here.
here. We'll get a little bit of practice here, which I really appreciate. We'll get a little bit of practice at using this squad, because this is kind of a novel... Ooh, 250. It's not amazing, but it's okay considering we lost nothing. Yeah, it's a little bit of a novel squad for us, but I think conceptually it's pretty easy to see how they interact. Basically, we just hit the shit out of the units at the back, and then we have two healers. Not great healers necessarily, but healers nonetheless. Why wouldn't you at least use a shovel? Kate, use a shovel. Oh, she resisted the blight. Okay. Lucky us. This is also the first time we're really taking a grave robber out on a mission like this. Ooh, this is a nasty one. These guys have high protection and really high resist as well. Or sorry, high protection. Yeah, high protection and high resist. Maybe it's better to just go ham on this unit at the front so it can't do any sneaky shit. Like, how much damage do we do like that? 4 to 9. We can't use poison darts from this position. That's actually really good to know. Your blight resists are pretty high, but what is poison dart? Yeah, so it's like a 40% chance. Okay, I think we just go hard as hell on this unit up at the front. And probably expect to take some damage, unfortunately. Abyssal artillery. This is a problem we ran into with Rob a little bit, is that basically with Abyssal artillery, you're like, just go for it. You know, you might as well kill something. I know I said we were going to go hard at the unit at the front, but we've instead chosen not to. Wow, Breakthrough fucked us there. We do get the debuff as well. Cytokinesis is going to create another one and hit us. Slime might be a stun. Doesn't matter, apparently. Okay. You should snipe the unit at the back. Even though it's going to be able to cytokinese, I think it makes sense. What's your move resist? 70? And Demon's Pull has a 1, so it's like a 50% chance to move you. I think it's worth it because it also does a little damage. Yeah, and we want that unit at the front. Because if it's gonna do some cytokinesis, we still want to be able to hit it in the third position. Wow, you actually hit Rob. I'm a little amazed. Resisted the debuff, though. Cytokinesis is going to come out here. Creates another one, of course. Lead 80. I think we kind of just go for the Wicked Hack. Yeah, we should have focused entirely on that unit, the big unit. 14 damage there is huge. We're going to take some hits here. There's pretty much no way around it. Oh my god, Dan! He's so good! I can't believe I almost contemplated taking Cornelius instead of you. Alright, Rob heals himself. That's good stuff. It would have been beautiful to one-hit that, but it is what it is. Ectoplasmic protrusion. What?! I don't understand.
Their formation is broken.
They're all gonna cytokinese, though. We have to kill them all at the same time? Is such a thing even possible? I mean, at least we're in a decent position, but holy shit, that's ridiculous. I mean, Demon's Pull. No, you don't Demon's Pull. Throw out that. Okay. At least you took out one unit. Maybe we can just keep it to, like, if we can keep it to the big guy and one little skeleton dude, then that's okay. Because then we can kill them both on the same turn, probably. Hopefully? I guess we'd rather leave the big dude till last, because if he creates a little dude, that's fine. If he creates a big dude, we're in a terrible position. So maybe I'm overthinking this because I got kind of taken aback. Flash and Daggers is only going to hit you, so might as well go like that. You want to kill the little guy first. Yes, okay, so you know what? Throw out a vulnerability hex. Nice, good crit. Crit him for 2. We could get the kill. It's unlikely. Oh, his bleed resist is so much lower now. Let's at least stack this up so we know we're good for next turn. He's gonna cytokinese. Oh, big slime. That's not a cytokinese at all. And we dodged it, you big dummy. Alright, we've got to come up with a better pattern for fighting these guys, obviously. Okay, Dan's finished the job, so if you got heals or something, just throw those out instead. You're missing 7? You healed for 4 and didn't bleed yourself. So you know what? I consider that a huge success. Alright, that was not good combat, but at the same time, that was exceptionally difficult. A map of the area is found inside of the tent, and it taught us absolutely nothing, apparently. Hunger, yeah. Eat away. Eat away. Alright, that's probably likely to be the hardest combat. We have no medicinal herbs, so that's liable to be the hardest combat until the boss, hopefully. Keep in mind, the boss, I mean, is not exceptionally far away. Ooh, we got a lot of combat coming up. Several rooms in a row here. Good, they're surprised. I think, out of respect, I'm gonna try to kill the big ol' slimes first, because they scare the shit out of me. And if they create a towering ectoplasm, we're in a horrible position. I don't know, maybe you just do abyssal artillery? Yeah, I mean, it was either that or throw out like a pretty weak-ass heal, so good. They're all dead. I don't even know if they can create a towering ectoplasm if one didn't exist before, but might as well not find out. Dan is marked and has +5 speed until the end of the quest. Did I do that? That's pretty dope if so. You know what? Go for a Demon's Pull. Makes our life easier. It does damage too. Clears the corpses. This unit is extremely hittable now. Thanks for the speed bonus, I guess. It's got +12 speed now, which is actually ridiculous. Let's use a torch here. We can afford it, probably. Alright, we're gonna have combat, so be ready for that. 75 light, we'll crank on it.
The path is clear.
This should be much easier than the combat we faced earlier. So these guys, even though they have high protection, we'd like to send out a little bit of abyssal artillery. Nice crit. That should allow Dan to pick up a kill on one of them. Or maybe even flashing daggers, although it's unlikely. Oh, pick to the face. Yeah, why not pick to the face instead? That's unfortunate. But a breakthrough now does make sense as long as it hits, even though it's not that great of a move. It opens up Dan's move to do a sniper shot, or he could do a blind fire, but sometimes that'll happen. Okay, so the 2 units that can blight us are down, which is good because we don't have any blight resist, or we don't have any anti-venom, I should say. And we just got blighted, but that's okay. Dan, at this point, I think just throws out a blind fire. It allows him to hit the unit at the front, but more importantly, just buffs him for the future. Throw out a pick to the face on the weakest enemy. Unless we'd rather try for a stun, but if I look at you, can you do... No, you can't do wild reconstruction. You can only do Demon's Pull, so I don't really want to put you in the back yet. Or put you in the front, I should say. So we'll hit the weaker unit. You will throw out a heal. You can just crit it and healed Kate for freaking 42. It's not even sensical. What's your bleed resist? 40? I think it's worth stacking the bleed. Worth trying to, at least. Because their protection is high enough that it makes sense. Alright, good. We resisted the blight that time. And we just didn't get hit that time, which is an easy way to resist the blight in my experience. You're not quite dead yet, so let's take the sniper shot on you. Now you are dead. I think maybe we go Shadow Fade for the stun attempt and just see if this works. Let's try it out. See if it's viable, you know? And then this allows us to... Basically, we stun at the cost of 2 moves. Maybe that's not that good now that I think about it. And, let me just try to crank on this here. Yeah, I would say that is probably a suboptimal move. We could have done a lot more damage instead. So Dan throws out the blind fire because it buffs him and does basically the same damage as Sniper, but it allows him to hit the unit at the front. In fact, he'll only hit the unit at the front as a result. Yeah, I know, you're not doing so hot with respect to the whole, you know, poison thing, but that's where Rob comes in. He healed you for 15. That's real nice. You can keep resisting the bleed, too. It's beautiful. Groping Swipe could inflict Blight again. This time it didn't, which is nice. This unit is dead. Dan could pick up the kill, but why not just have him throw out an easy heal instead? And then we can finish the job here. It's all about getting something for nothing. Okay. I mean, we got something there.
Triumphant pride precipitates
Trinkets that, at the very least, we might be able to sell, because I'm not sure. That might be a duplicate trinket. Again, no medicinal herbs, so we don't care about that. Combat is coming up. Not surprised. Let's kill the unit at the back first. Dan, you are absolutely crushing it right now. It's majestic. Yeah, I don't like the stun chance here. So let's just go hard on the unit at the front, because they're the easiest to hit. I love the vulnerability hex crit. Of course, if we'd been in slightly different orders, we could have thrown out a heal with Rob instead, but whatever. These guys have high protection, but we're already kind of going hard on this. We might as well just hit him with the physical attacks and finish the job. Well, nice 40 dodge there, Tomo. Much appreciated. 3 damage? Pardon me? Alright, blind fire, maybe you'll get lucky. Ooh, that's like the opposite. Wild or weird reconstruction. 2 damage, no bleed, no bleed. Okay, so that was pretty much a wash, unfortunately. I mean, what can you say? The numbers were not on our side in that limited bit of combat right there. Good, that's fine. It's all good. We'll throw out another reconstruction. 8, no bleed would be nice. Kate's unbleedable. It's a good situation. Tomo, you're not really doing as much damage as I thought you'd be doing. Which is fine. You are under-leveled a little bit for this, but I kind of thought you'd be a little bit more useful. But I guess I have to, like, Shadow Fade and then throw out a Poison Dagger to really make it, like, worthwhile. Or to really get the maximum value, I should say, at least. These guys just have so much protection. Good vulnerability hex. It's not really that necessary, I feel. 3 to 6 damage. What a joke. Let's try for the KO. Jeez. We're not only are they like high protection, but we're like exclusively hitting at the low end of our attack range, basically. But I can't complain. You know, stress is good, HP is great. So stress is great, HP is good, maybe I should say. But you know, we're all in this together. A little bit of stress relief there too. So we're set up nicely for this combat right here.
Trifling victory.
It's kind of a strange squad, and there's not really an incredible amount of synergy, but it's sort of working. Do we have holy water? No, which is unfortunate, because with holy water we might be able to cleanse this altar. Dude, I'm so sick of fighting these dudes at the front. Dude. Yeah, we're gonna have to, like, overkill this. Oh, maybe flashing daggers will get it done, actually. Nice, okay. It's always nice when you can get, you know, 2 things out of every attack instead of just the 1. We might be able to Iron Swan this one, if not to death, close to death. At least to the point where Rob can, in good conscience, do an Abyssal Artillery instead of a relatively meaningless heal. Would have loved to have dodged that. Oh, well, that, you know, why have the milk when you can get the cow for free, right? I don't know what that expression means. I think in this case, Dan throws the blind fire. Gets the buff. We didn't want to hit the unit at the back, because we're going to kill that unit with an Abyssal Artillery anyway. We could have done it, actually, with, like, a Demon's Pull, which would have cleared the corpse. Probably would have been smarter. But no huge problem. And now we go for the unit that has been hit the most. And we might be able to get the KO with Kate here if we get lucky. No. If it bleeds, probably would have been more of a guarantee. But we can always throw out like a bolus or something like that, and then it pretty much works okay. That's a lot of damage. Okay, so throw the bolus. Not sure about that one. But it does allow us to get the flashing daggers kill easily, but we probably would have preferred to do something else. Go for the heal for 8. No bleed. That's a positive thing. Probably try to stack up some... Oh, we can't, right. Never mind. I was going to say stack up some bleed on this guy up front, because it's going to be 2 turns till he dies anyway, basically, but... Possibly even 3, depending on how this goes. But, yes, blind fire. Dan is the all-star here, no doubt. Then, probably like a vulnerability hex, man. I don't know. At least it debuffs, so we're more likely to hit. We could shadow fade into some heals, but I think instead we just probably try pick to the face and hope that we get to finish this. Oh my god, he's only gonna bleed for 2. Oh, he's not bleeding, right? Because we can't if it bleeds him. Okay, okay. So we know that we get to attack first. So we might as well heal. And that crit heal means that we maybe don't have to heal with Rob. Which I'm not against, but I'm just worried that maybe her bleed resist would fail at the worst possible moment.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task.
Let's drop our 2 torches. I do want to take the heirlooms. We know we're probably about to fight the boss, but I don't really want to get rid of anything else, even though heirlooms are important. Yeah, sorry. Kate's bleed resist is 100, so she will not bleed. That's awesome. I don't think, if this is the boss, we're doing the same thing we did last time. I don't think we need to camp before the boss. Oh, come on, dude. Oh, dude, though, come on, though. You know what? Maybe now we will go back and camp. Are we actually going to try to just work in this position? No. At the very least, we need to start moving Rob to the back. And we can break through, get some damage out of Kate, and move her up a little bit. At least she starts to become functional. And remember, we want to kill the big guy last. Yeah, okay, so I think this one is actually all about managing the little guys. So if... Oh, cytokinesis still creates one. So I think you basically just treat the big guy damage as a bonus, and then you try to kill the little ones every turn so that he can't get the economy up on you, basically. And if we bleed him, but... Oh, we bled him. Okay. We don't really have a need for a heal, honestly. We might as well Demon's Pull to try to keep him in the second position. Did crit damage, too. Yeah, okay. So it gets rid of corpses, so it automatically moves him up to the front, which means if he's cytokinesis, which he probably will, and he did, he won't be able to move back into the 4th position where he might be a little harder to hit. But keep in mind, we want to kill the unit at the front here first, because otherwise it'll summon a new one of these guys. I figured it's still like our best attack. Basically. Now, I don't like this debuff, don't get me wrong, but I think this is still the right call. 7 damage, he's only bleeding for 2, right? So, oh, for 3. So he's dead next turn. Slime Smack. Such a nasty crit. But it's not that bad. We'll heal up with everybody that can be healed. Honestly, like, Dan, you just move, and you just move? I know this seems silly. We basically just want to keep Rob in a position where he can throw out the heal on Kate. Heals her for 7, she won't bleed, so that's like a pretty acceptable situation. And we might as well just not hit them and also not do breakthrough and debuff ourselves further. Okay, get everybody back in the proper position, which is fairly easy actually. Just like this. Yeah, okay. Might have some more combat here, but dude, this has not been an easy start to this mission, and we know that the ending is likely to be a little harder still. So you know what? We're about to come in here, eat some food. We can always camp after. Sure, that's good enough. When you're missing like 2 HP, it's unlikely to be the difference. Okay, here's our boss fight. Hit the units at the back to the melody of Roll Slow. Okay, so they're not gonna get moved. That's just not gonna happen. So we say thank you for doing like 9% of her HP there. We say thank you for doing like another several percent. This is so much better of a squad. Look, I don't like that our unit's in the pot, but if you're going to go into the pot right before Kate attacks is probably a good time for it. Clutch crit as well. Our units are going to be in a strange spot now.
Exposed to a killing blow.
That's not that horrible. We did really well there. So we can still do pick to face. 7 damage is decent. We can do a vulnerability hex. Probably makes more sense to just move 2 back. Dan does a sniper shot. That's a ton of damage, Dan. Alright, Rob goes back into the pot. This is fine, because we know exactly how to handle this now. It's exactly the same situation. Kate goes for the hit. Probably will not crit, but you gotta try. Rob's gonna take some damage. That's life. Didn't get critted by Meat Tenderizer. Alright. This time, Rob... I'm very sorry about this, but we still do pick to face. The reasoning being, Tomo can hit the unit at the back. Dan is gonna do a sniper shot. And we may actually do an Iron Swan with Kate now. Rob's still okay. He's not dead, but we will need to kill this Cauldron, or he may find himself on death's door. That means he gets spit out, though. Which, unfortunately for us, actually means that we can't use the Iron Lance. So we'll do a little damage and move Rob back. Rob dodged the Meat Tenderizer. What a hero. And Tomo finishes off the crit on the Wizened Hag. Cauldron's dead. Yo, we're taking these. Nothing can stop me from taking these. Drop the bandages. Take the Solar Crown, which we can sell for so much more. Yo, continue adventuring for now. Let's just camp. Get as much stress relief as possible. And we, actually, there's no stress now. Although Rob was on death's door. I don't think we're going to explore anymore here. So you know what? Let's just... well, I guess we... Ruka, what are you doing here? If nobody has any stress, we should at least take a disease off with Tomo if we can. But I've kind of been good about making sure nobody has diseases before we went out on this. I guess we'll just go for buff skills. I mean, that's good. That's also good. You have anything that heals? Yeah, okay. Anything that prevents getting hit by a surprise? Doesn't look like it. So we'll rest and hope we don't have a... good, we didn't get surprised. So we'll just leave here. That was a really good boss fight. That was so much better than the first one. There was no reason Roomba had to die. He didn't even have to be out on that mission. But, good. Dan is now our highest leveled character, which means we can't use him for a while. Off guard isn't great. Scouting, or Cave Scrounger is just okay. Hysterical Blindness is not that bad. I don't aim to have units get above 70 stress too often.
And the pistol.
Alright, that went really well. Our next mission is probably going to be a Cove level 1 boss. We're going to try at least. And I think we have a decent squad for that. So for now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. I'll be back hopefully tomorrow with another one. See you then.